Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. This is Tammy Michelle, and I'm coming on tonight just to do some art. I was in the mood to create something, and I just realized I've never done a collage on my channel. So I was looking through these collage pages, this Fairies in Bloom and backgrounds from Marry Small Art, and I've used a lot of the images out of here. As you can see, there's a lot of things cut out, but look how beautiful these images are that are in here. But tonight I was just thinking this one right here, this is really speaking to me. I saw it when I first got this book, and I was like, I'm gonna save this image for something special, and I think tonight is that night. So I am going to cut this out, and I'm just going to what we call fussy cut this image out of this book. I love doing collage. I do a lot of different collage types with these pre-made images, but I also like to just create my own and do things out of magazines. You can really do all kinds of fun things with collage, and that was really when I first started getting back into art this year. That was what I started with, was doing collage and doing mixed media, and I really enjoy doing that. I really like mixing the medias together and using paint, using collage, using the watercolors and acrylics and just all the things. Because here lately I have gotten away from doing as much of that, and recently my sister and I have gotten together and started doing collage together. If you've never done art and community and had someone just kind of come over to your place, to your studio, wherever you do art, and do it with you, you should definitely do that, because I have really learned that I love to do art and community, and it's just been so refreshing. And just to be there side by side, thinking about what we're going to do next and how we're going to be inspired, and just all the things, and we get to talk and we get to connect in a different way. So much better than just being on the internet or being on my phone, and I just found it to be very relaxing. So I would recommend it to anyone who thinks that that sounds like a good time. And even if you're maybe apprehensive about getting together with someone because you think, oh, this is a private thing, this is a moment that I like to do on my own, I get that. Maybe it's just more so that you talk about your art or talk about what inspires you, but whatever it is, I just hope that you're doing it in some type of community way, that you're connecting with other artists or sharing your ideas with family members, because it's just beautiful. It's just a way that you can create and then be able to share those creations with people, and they get inspired and they can enjoy the beauty of what you've created. So and you can enjoy what they create, because I saw my sister and she was painting and doing things with her colors and things that I had never thought of. And so it's just neat to see how art comes out in different ways with different people. So I'm terrible at cutting these out, so this is probably not going to look perfect, which I hope can inspire you not to feel bad about not being able to fussy cut your pictures, because I'm telling you, like, this is the worst cutting job, as you can see. But I love the way that the back of this, you can actually use this in your collage. So I keep those pieces with the little music notes on there. I think I'm actually just going to maybe cut off this extra here, just because I think that's not gonna look the best. And then let's see, I'm going to, instead of cut the back, I think I might rip, just to give this a different feel. Of course, when you're ripping, you need to be careful so that you don't rip too much. But I like the torn edge look better than just the straight edge look. And if I'm tearing away, it's tearing in a way that it's not leaving the white as it is on this side. So I like tearing away. If you're tearing towards you, then it's gonna be a little bit more of a rougher edge. I like the way that looks. If you're on here and you're watching tonight, just drop in the comments where you're watching from, what kind of mixed media or art that you enjoy the most, and what you would like to share in community and do. I would love to find out what people want to see. So leave me a note and just let me know. Pop in here just to say hi. All right, I'm gonna cut this and then we'll get started. Okay, we are ready to get started, and before we do, I have gathered up some book pages and pieces of music sheets and things that I have over here in my little tray. This is just a tray that I have of all kinds of things, as you can see. I'm just gonna grab these book pages out, maybe even some of these little greeneries. We'll see how much that gives us. You don't necessarily have to cover the entire page. I like to leave some white space, but since this is going to be our focal point, I'm going to put her aside. And I'm just going to start tearing. This is from a really old book, so if you're using something like this that's really old, you definitely have to be careful so that it doesn't tear. And oh goodness, I'm gonna try to open this. This has been getting stuck. So this is my gel medium clear, and this is what I use to glue down. Oh, there it goes. It came open. I have been gluing it shut, I believe, which is not good. So try not to do that. Take it from me, it's not easy if you glue your glue shut. So let's see, let's go ahead and tear these into a few more pieces, and I'm just gonna not even think about where I'm putting these. I'm just going to start gluing them down, because if I overthink it, then the process just gets way long, and I'm gonna try not to make this video too terribly long. So we're just gonna take this, start gluing them down. And I like to glue it where the words are upside down so that it's not distracting. It doesn't always have to be straight edges, as you can see. You can use things with prints like this on it if you want to add some interest. just keep gluing it down. Today was a really nice day. I don't know where you are in the world, but I'm in Louisville, Kentucky, and here where I am, it's starting to get to be kind of that fall weather. Not exactly yet, but we've had some really cool days, some crisp mornings, I would say, in the 40s, and I love when it starts getting like that because it is my jam. I love fall. That's my favorite time of the year, and it's just exciting. I can't wait to get out and just wear some comfy jeans and a sweatshirt and get outside and move around, do some more things without it being so hot, because I'm not one to love the heat. But if you are on here and you love fall, drop that in the comments and let me know what your favorite fall time is. What is it that you like to do, or I should say your favorite fall activity. What is your favorite fall activity? I like bonfires. I love going to the pumpkin patch with the kids and just enjoying time outdoors. It's just really good for my heart, good for my soul. I love that. And we're just going to continue to glue this down. I like to leave some white space there just because I'm going to blend with some gesso here in a minute. It doesn't all have to be covered. So we're just going to continue getting these pieces down. And I'm thinking that's going to do it. They don't have to be perfect. You can just kind of go over them with your gel medium just to get the edges. Make sure that you're getting it on all your edges so that they're down. That one got turned up a little bit there. There we go. I'm making sure, can you all see that whole thing? There we go. All right, once you get your background down, it's just fun. Get your hands all nice and messy and get into some good stuff here. So we can see where we want to put our girl, and I'm liking that. Let's see, do we want to put her probably about right here, maybe? Kind of like her there, right there. So we're gonna glue her down. Actually, before we glue her down, I think I'm gonna start with the gesso just because I wanna give it just a little bit of a pop before we put her down. So this is just your basic acrylic gesso, and I'm gonna get a little bit out. Squeeze some out here on my little palette, and I usually use my fingers, but I just painted my nails. Look, they're already messing up. But I'm gonna try to keep these nails so that I don't have to repaint them tonight. So I'm gonna grab a brush instead of using my fingers this time. Actually, I'm just gonna get this little foam one and dip into that gesso, and I'm just gonna do it kind of on the edges to blend everything in. And this just gives your background more of a soft kind of a vignette feel, where it's not so patchy. And you can see they start to kind of blend together. You don't have to use white gesso, you can use dark. They make gesso in black and in different colors. I use white just because it kind of complements what I'm doing, but I should probably get some black gesso and just try different dark to light kind of feel on the composition, because that would be really cool to try. I've never tried that. If you've tried it and you like it, I would love to see some of it. All right, let's see. I think that's looking good. Just kind of blend that. That right there didn't get glued down. Let's see if we can put some glue on that. It's trying to come up there. There we go. Kind of swoop it lightly over where you can kind of still see what's in the back, but just want to get just a light layer on that, and just let some show through. All right, I'm liking that. I'm gonna close this so it doesn't get dried up, and drop my brush into some water, because that medium is no joke, and it will tear up your brush if you let it dry. Okay, so we're gonna swoosh that around, rinse that off. All right, let's see. Let's get our girl back over here. And let's see how she looks. Let's see. I think we had her about right there, I'm thinking. All right, so, whoops. I forgot that I needed to glue her down. So, goodness, let me grab that out again, and I'll just use just a little bit of this foam brush so I can brush that on. And with these papers, you just want to get a light coating, because you don't want it to curl up and get too much on there. So I'm just going to put a light coating on the back. I would not normally do this right on this, but I'm trying really hard not to get it over the edges. I just don't have room over here to the side like I normally would, because I'm doing this in a different area of my house. I'm actually on my kitchen table tonight. So let's see, where did we say we wanted her? About here, I think. I'm thinking that looks good. I ripped this little part right here when I was cutting. We're gonna fix that. There we go. Just make sure all your edges are down. Oh, she looks so beautiful. I love her. Looks so springy and pretty. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, let's see. This one did not go down like I like it. There we go. I'm just going to use what's left on that. To paint her on there. Whoops, I forgot that I had some of that gesso on there and I just painted it on her, but that's okay. We can get it off here in just a sec. We don't want that on her. There we go. She's so beautiful. I have been looking forward to using her like this for so long. She's so pretty. All right, let's go ahead and let this dry a little bit. And she's still popping up a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can get something behind her so she doesn't pop up off the paper. Oops. Oh, I am just not doing this well tonight. You want to see somebody that doesn't do things perfectly? You can definitely watch me. There we go. That's much better. All right, let's see. Can you see that? Let me make sure that she's still visible. All right, I'm liking that. I like the softness of that background. I think it needs more color and texture, so I'm thinking about going and adding some color in with some of these gelatos. And I like to pick colors that go with her, and I'm really thinking that this blue is calling to me, so we're gonna pick out maybe this one. Let's see. And just do some areas of that blue, and I'm just using my finger to blend it in. Maybe do some down here. Oh yes, that's beautiful. I love that. And that give that little pop of color there. If you've never used gelatos, these are from Faber-Castell, and they are the pastels. And I just love them because they're really just soft and easy to blend. Really, really pretty. I think I'm gonna put some over here. Usually if I add color, I like to add it in several different places. That's really making her pop. I think I'm also going to pick this other rosy color that's over here. Let me see, actually, I might have put it over here. I want to see what that looks like, this deeper color. Let me try it over here first and see. That might be a little too red. I'm gonna try this orange. I think that'll be pretty. Oh yeah, that's gonna be much better. I'm gonna bring that in up here. Maybe even, let's see, in the corner there. Down here. I like how it's just soft and it makes it look like it's coming from behind her. Just a pop of color. You could definitely use these to do more shapes and things like that, but I'm just making it more abstract. I like that. Maybe put some along this side. Put some up here. It's already looking so beautiful. I love those pops of color. All right, let's do some line making. I'm not sure what I'm feeling on that. Let's see, do I want to do maybe some pencil marks? Maybe something that's kind of her skin color. This is a medium deep almond, a little bit darker than her, but I'm feeling like making some lines would make this even more interesting. So just kind of going over it with some lines around the paper. Just filling in those areas there. And I'm just holding my pencil and not really like guiding it, just kind of letting it glide across the page. So maybe some up in here. Okay. I think I'm wanting to maybe do something around an outline around her. Let's see. I think I want to use my Inkton's black ink for that. And a very small brush so that we can get into the small areas there. And kind of just go around. And I'm just wetting my brush and using, touching it to the tip of that Inkton, and it will create just a soft kind of shadow. This is definitely harsh. And if you get a harsh line like that, you can come and add water and move it around. As long as you don't wait too long, you can move it. And I like to just go around all the edges. Oh, that's really popping out. Oh, that looks so pretty. I love that. When you're doing collage, you can really just make the background more kind of neutral like I did, or you can use bright colors to make your subject pop, using bright colors and then using more like of a black and white image, or just a bright color to give it definition is really a cool way to do collage. And I just love the, the expression of it, the process of just putting down the layers. Because even now we've glued pieces down, we've put on our gesso, we've put on our focal point, we have added color. How many layers is that? That's a lot of layers already we have added. And really just have fun with it. The more layers, the better, I think. Okay. You can even use these ink tints to create some contrast if we want to do some lines, maybe up here, just to make this a little darker. Like a little vignette. You just add more water if it's not soft enough. Blend it out. And I'm adding that on top of that gelato too, which is making an interesting kind of surface there, like a texture. And she's so pretty, doesn't she? Just looks so peaceful. I've really loved using these. It's just so easy using Marta's books. They are so nice because they're just ready and beautiful pieces of art that you can use as your focal points for your collage work, and just so refreshing just to be able to just pick out something beautiful and you have a gorgeous focal point for your page. And I love it. I love this. And I'm thinking I want to go a little bit more around this flower just to give it a little bit more of a pop. So I'm going to just use the actual tip of the ink tin to get in there, give it some more contrast. It's pretty. And then you can just go over it with your brush and smooth it out. really made that flower pop out. Love that. I love it, love it, love it. So pretty. Gorgeous. So beautiful. Okay, so we have all these layers and we can still add more layers. I'm thinking that the next thing I want to do is add some interest by putting another layer on with maybe some stencil that I have or stamping. I'm thinking that this might actually be pretty with the lettering or even more musical notes. Or let's see what else I have. Oh, this would be pretty. Maybe some shapes down here. Like that. That would be pretty. Let's see. Let's do maybe some of these shapes, or we could do circles. Can't find my circles. Oh, there they are. I really like circles. Let's see, which one do we want? I'm kind of liking the circles better. There's some ovals and different things, but you know, now we can do some of these and we can pick our colors, what we want. And I'm thinking I'm gonna go with a gold. This is a gold Posca pen, and we can just use our stencil and just choose the areas that we want to add some more interest. And this is still wet, so we just want to be careful. Posca doesn't really do well on top of wet. And you always want to activate it by giving it a good shake. And then just a little pump there. And then we can start adding to our picture here. And I'm just going to do it where it's kind of overlapping her a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I like that. I like that that's another layer on top of her that's making her look like she is more blended into that background. So I'm going to come over here in this area. I'm just going to do some more gold down here. And as you can tell, that spot where it was kind of still wet, it's not wanting to work really good, but it's still working. So there we go. I like that. I'm thinking we probably need that. Maybe one more place, and I'm thinking like right over here would be good, with maybe some of these even smaller dots. I love the dots, and I love circles. I just feel like it gives your picture a grounding effect to have, you know, you've got these abstract color lines and different things, and then if you have the circles, it's just a unique way to give your photo or your image something that just grounds it, and I just love that. I'm already loving that. I even think maybe a few more right up in here. So we kind of lost some of those in that dark spot. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. And then I'm just gonna randomly like make some of these shapes. Maybe like right in there, right in here, just to kind of tie that in. I like that. I do think it needs a bit of contrast, so I'm thinking I'm going to let's see, maybe use this. I'm not sure, do I want to use my gray or black? Let's see, maybe the black. I use the black Posca, and I can just use it to paint onto some of this lettering. And this is what you do when you don't have black ink. I'm out of black ink, so I'm just using my pen, my nib, and the nib of this Posca to paint onto this. And then we're just going to press it on. So let's see, I think we probably need some right in here. And that's perfect. We don't want it to be so like bold. And I love that. I love how it's kind of broken up there and faded. So let's do that again. Just gonna paint it on again. What's your favorite stencil? I like, not stencil, what's your favorite? What are these things called? Why can't I think? My brain is not working. Why can't I think? Not stencil. What is this called? Brain, work, work, work. What is the name for this? Okay, well, you know what I'm talking about. What is your favorite? I like to use words, and I like to use them upside down, so that it makes it a little bit more dreamy of effect with it. That one did not show as much as I wanted it to, so let's activate this a little more. I don't think the paint is coming out quite enough. There we go. Stencil stamps, that's what I'm talking about. Stamps, goodness gracious, you guys. Have you ever just had a day where your brain doesn't work, you just cannot find the words? I mean, that has been me all day. I don't know what in the world is going on. But stamps, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about stamps. Oh, that's so pretty. I like that. It's not coming through like very, very strong, but it's perfect. Perfect. I'm just gonna try to get a little bit more so I can get some down in this corner. telling one of my coworkers today, I was like, I can't go too long without making art. It is something that I love and something that I do so much now that it's just become a part of my routine, and I guess that's good. It's just one of those things that now I'm just like, oh, I have to, if I haven't done it in a while, I just have to. I think I want to add a little bit more of this color right in here. And I'm thinking to maybe even put some of this white gesso over here with those colors just to kind of blend that in. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm loving that. Maybe some like right in here. Anytime you think that your piece needs a pop of something, it's usually, for me, like it needs black or white, something. And the white always works really well if you're trying to make something pop out. The black works really well if you want to make something fade to the background. But I'm thinking she needed a little bit of white up there by her hair, and that's looking much better already. I like that. Love it. I'm loving that. It's so pretty. I'm thinking I may even do some watercolor on this. Trying to think what color would be pretty. We could do some watercolor on the background a little bit. Maybe up in the corners. So let me see what we could do. I love to do like a neutral. So let's maybe do, let's do like a gray. Let me grab some gray. And just put that on my palette. We'll add some water to that, and let's do a neutral gray in some areas and see how that looks. Maybe over here. A little bit over here. I like that. I'm loving how that's giving it a very aged look. I like that a lot. Love it. I like that. I like how it's made a little wash over that. That's pretty. Don't want to cover up our gold, so we're just gonna kind of paint around that. It's pretty. Maybe down into here. I love that. And I'm thinking I want to add some shimmer. Maybe pick up some white gold. Let's see. Let me just see if we can get some of that shimmer on there. In some places, maybe right in here. here. And this is shimmering. When it dries, it gives like a little bit of a metallic feel. And just kind of spread that all around. I love that. I'm really liking that. She's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I think it definitely needs some splashes. And I'm thinking some white splashes. So I am going to grab, let's see, where's that small brush that I had? There it is. Gonna rinse that off real good. And grab some white paint. Just lay something over her face and over top of the flower so we don't get it on her. And then we're gonna do some splatters. And when I'm splattering, I'm just focusing in a couple areas, but I'm also just trying to get some everywhere, but not all over her. So, getting some there. Oh, that's looking good. That's looking beautiful. Love it. Get some on top of those gold. Beautiful. All right, let's move this. Those splatters. Oh, those always just finish off your piece because it just makes it look so dreamy. And this is quite wet over there. Yeah. Look, I got splatters everywhere. Let me wipe those up a little bit. I have paint all over every outfit that I own because I always forget to put on my apron before I start doing it. So I have white little splatter marks and black little splatter marks over a lot of my clothing, so it's funny. The signs that you are friends with an artist, that's for sure one of them. I love it. I love this. I love the way that background just makes her pop off that page. And I'm feeling like this needs a title. So let me go over here. And I might even get my white Jelly Roll pen and do some just extra highlighting. I love to kind of bring out some of the little details there just to give it a little extra something. And then, yeah, maybe even go and make some dots by those gold dots like that. Kind of blends into the splash paint back there. Let's see. What title do we want? That's the question. What title do we want? Let's look. Let's see, I have these, the Jim Holtz Ideology, and I have them in white. White would definitely be pretty. Let's see, live your dream with passion, have an open heart. Where do we want to put our title? I'm thinking like right about here is pretty, or even here. Let's see. Believe in yourself. Today is full of possibilities. Hold tight to your dreams. I just want to make nice things. You can never have too much happy. Let's see. You're capable of becoming more than you realize. Oh, I love that. Let's see. I'm trying to see where I want to put it. I love this. Wishing you all you're wishing for. The journey is the destination. I love this. I love it, love it, love it. Let's see. Let's put it here. Wishing you all you're wishing for. And I'm going to put on the journey is the destination. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I love it. Love that. Love, love, love it. Beautiful. I'm going to bring that up so you can see it. Isn't she gorgeous? I'm loving that so much. So pretty. I'm thinking we need to go around this just a little bit to make that pop out. Let me grab my black pen. And we'll just make a little outline here so that pops off a little bit. Oh no, I wrote on it. That's what happens when you're trying not to put your hand on the paper, so you don't smudge it. There we go. That looks pretty. I love it. Well, there we go. That is a simple collage using these beautiful fairies in bloom from the Maryme's Small Art. If you want more of her stuff, she's got it listed on her channel at Maryme's Small Art on YouTube and in her Amazon store. I just love her, and Maryme, if you're watching, Marta, if you're watching, thank you so much for making those books, because they are beautiful and they're so easy to use, and I'm loving every single one of them. And that is all for tonight. I just wanted to share this, and I'm loving this collage, so I hope that you can find time to make your own collage and time to create. And I hope you have a wonderful night. Thanks for coming by, and if you like this, please like and subscribe to my channel.